Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alfany. We have another good one for you today. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy it, all right, I would appreciate it. I humbly ask and click that little like button down there. Okay, we're going to jump in with some XRP news. Then we have some huge XLM news, huge implications. I'm going to give it to you. We have chapters involved if you want to jump around. Let's begin here. By 2024, this is from Ripple. By 2024, at least 50%, keep that in mind. Oh, I get a little excited. We're talking about big money. How anyone could doubt XRP, that's on them. But I don't agree that that's logical. There's no way. When we're dealing with XRP, at least here on this channel, we're dealing with factual, concrete paperwork, information, data, partnerships that we can actually look into. Same thing with Quant. Same thing with XLM. We're dealing with data, facts, research. By 2024, at least 50%. By 2024, at least 50% of the world's population is expected to use digital wallets for transactions. Now, let me pause there. Most of crypto is going away. It's already cannibalizing itself. It's already imploding the rest of the crypto, not the Bankcoin family. We're safe. We're over here. No problems at all. You haven't heard about anything going on. We're above board. We're compliant. We're secure. And we're respected by the banks and governments. None of those other crypto can say that. And we have documented proof of that. We have constant meetings with the governments on camera. We have transcripts. Heck, Ripple is on the advisory board of the International Monetary Fund. Remember, anything I say in these videos, feel free to go to Google and look them up for yourself. It's going to blow your mind. Seeing these things for yourself removes all doubt. All doubt. That way the fudders and the liars can't tell you something different later. You can see these things for yourself. Ripple's on the advisory board for the International Monetary Fund. That puts us in a completely different class, an elite class. Now let's continue on. So when all that rest of that crypto goes away, where's that money going to go to? The compliant, safe crypto that's left standing. And that will be none other than the bank coins. That's logical. Logical. It says, get this number. Check this number out. 50% of the world's population is expected to use digital wallets for transactions. Valued at over $9 trillion. Give me a piece of that money. Well, we're going to take a piece of that money. Money, 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 money. Wait a minute. Valued at over $9 trillion annually. This is just, this is not, I know it's not. There's no way it is. This is not encompassing all of those interbank payments. Interbank payments. We're talking trillions of dollars, quadrillions per year, trillions per month. Of course, it's going to take time. Everything happens in degrees. I like to say this is what I do. Repetition, they say, is the mother of learning. $9 trillion. There's enough money to go around. Interoperability means that XRP will flow into XLM. XLM will flow into XRP, Algorand, Hedera. All of them will flow seamlessly with Quant over Ledger gluing together the legacy system with the new financial system. Yes, everything's coming together beautifully. That's a lot of money. What does it do to that price if we absorb this? Obviously, this is on Ripple's radar. This is a target for Ripple, obviously, or they wouldn't have written this. And we wouldn't have corridors all around the world, even where the central banks can't access. That's another reason why they do business with us. It's a wonderful day. Yeah, things are hard, but it's hard when you're in that mine and you're chipping away trying to find a diamond. When you're in that mine and you're chipping away at the soil and the dirt trying to find that gold. But when you find that diamond and that gold, boom, party gets started. So now let's move on here. We got a few articles we want to get through today. This article is titled XRP News. 421 million XRP moved as price spikes by 15% over a week. It says here, XRP, Ripple's native crypto, is among these coins which have managed to grow amid the ongoing market collapse. This surge is guided by several factors, and SEC versus Ripple's lawsuit is one of them. Let me pause there. Also, the constant announcements of deals with banks. Why? See, isn't it suspicious they never put that type of stuff in these articles? Isn't that suspicious? Why would they not? That's huge news. Maybe behind the scenes, some strings get pulled. Maybe, just my opinion. Some strings get pulled to say, hey, shh, we don't want FOMO. Don't tell retail about the bank deals. That Ripple itself tweets out, but so many people don't know about that. They're not going to go to Ripple.com to read about Atajari Wafa. They're not going to go to Ripple.com to read about QNB Bank. Are they? No, they're not. No, they're not. But what they put out here is only about the SEC case. That could go either way when it comes to energy. Some people could take that as positive. Yes, we're winning. Yes. Some people take that as negative. Oh, yeah, that's that XRP coin. That's being sued by the government. Yeah, we better stay away from that. It can go either way, you see? But they choose to only put this out there. They never talk about the banks in these articles. We always get it directly from Ripple. Interesting, right? It says, however, case-related updates have motivated crypto whales to add more XRP. It's not just the case. It's not just the case. Over the last few weeks, they've constantly been talking about banks bringing more in. And each of those banks has been major money. Atajari Wafa, Europe, we covered that. Atajari Wafa, Morocco, we're talking trillions of dollars. What was the National Bank of Australia? We just covered that one, but members only section for that. Then what was the other? Combank in Australia also, correct? They constantly been coming out with news about banks, new partnerships. That's why people want in. Because when those banks are running on the system, all of them, all at the same time, that price is going to go up. Where it's going to go, no one knows. We all have our own calculations, but the people know. The smart money knows. The smart money is reading the articles. The smart money is reading the white papers. The smart money is reading about the partnerships, the catalysts. These deals are signed. It's not a what if situation when it comes to XRP. They're signed. So that means what? It's a matter of time. That's it. It's a matter of time. Another thing that separates XRP from a lot of other coins is that it has certain guarantees with it as far as partnerships. Now, the potentiality, they have to obviously live up to the potentiality of those partnerships. But still, that's a lot further than most other coins have gotten. That's why there's been a surge and accumulation. That's why the institutions are on the side accumulating every bank coin in sight. That's why they know what's coming. That's why all the billionaires, we covered a billionaire last video that was still bullish on crypto when all the retail is leaving. Believe you me, listen people, I get messages from people all the time from even old videos like that. When I first started, they're still leaving messages on there. People are leaving crypto en masse. While they're doing that, the institutions are buying. I showed you the article. We've covered about 3 articles about institutions and banks. We have one about banks accumulating crypto. Why? Why? Which ones? They know it's going to explode. I have an article here today. And I think it was about Mark Cuban. We're going to get to that later, maybe if we make it that far. I have so many articles. But Mark Cuban, and let me tell you something. Mark Cuban, I definitely don't agree with him on a lot. And also, he's made some terrible picks when it comes to crypto. I almost always disagree with him on crypto. But I agree with him on this. He was telling the people, I'm still bullish on crypto. Why are all the billionaires, the banks, and the large institutions bullish on crypto? Because they know what's coming. The new financial system. The only ones that don't know what's coming, retail. But then again, they never wanted retail anyway. They never wanted retail. They want retail out of here. Retail's been getting shaken out their boots. Deion Sanders juke type style, right? Barry Sanders style. They've been getting shaken out their boots. But the institutions haven't. The banks haven't. The billionaires haven't gotten shaken. Matter of fact, they've been telling everyone, we're even more bullish. And so am I. Oh yeah, so am I. I'm even more bullish. Let's continue on here. Another article. Let's get to another article, everyone. I'm feeling good today. Feeling good. How are you guys doing out there? You feeling good? Let me know in the comment section. You doing okay? Let's read this article here. It's titled, XRP looks ready for a big move. Here might be potential catalysts. I think I just went over a bunch of catalysts. I think I just gave people more than enough catalysts. But over the months and weeks, we're going to hear more and more about more banks as the SEC case nears an end, and as Ripple and just banks outright are becoming impatient. They're ready to run the system because the banking system as a whole is in trouble. We're hearing about liquidity crisis from everywhere. If you're in that members only section, you read some of those articles. Make sure you go over to the communities tab and just check out those articles that I post. You've been hearing about liquidity crisis from very high places. Matter of fact, I just posted something. Take a look at that, right? That communities tab under the members only section, take a look at that, right? People better get ready. The banks know what's coming. The banks know there's a problem with liquidity in the world, not just the United States, not just the West, in the world. There's a mass shakeup coming. Mass shakeup. It has to. But we'll cover that. We'll talk about that more extensively another time, right? I don't just say that. I say because of research. And I hope that I'm wrong, but I don't think that I am. And I say I hope that I'm wrong because the people that are not preparing themselves and protecting their value, protecting their lives, they're not going to be ready for what is to come. That's why I say that. So now let's read this here. It says, former congressional candidate and founder of Gokhshtein Media, David Gokhshtein, has once again expressed optimism about Ripple winning the SEC lawsuit. He just did this like 2 weeks ago also, right? Do you see? They're trying to send up the flare. They're trying to let the people know, hey, something's coming. Generational wealth is coming. They can't be overt with it. They must be covert because there's a lot of backlash. Trust me on this. There's a lot of backlash pushing the bank coins too far. I mean, listen, you've heard other YouTubers speak on it. You heard what the central banks want to do, right? With information? Did you hear about that? Listen, so a lot of big money people don't want to be overt with it. They don't want to get in trouble in case certain things happen in the future. And now you can't talk about certain things. So they're telling you covertly, trying to pass a message like, hey, I'm still optimistic. All these billionaires, institutions, banks are still optimistic. They're bullish. Some people are going to get it. Some people are not. It's just the way that it's always this way. It says he bases his belief in Ripple's victory over the SEC on two factors. First, the clarity it brings to the crypto industry. We've been saying that for a long time, but not the crypto industry. No. I'm going to differentiate just a little bit. It brings clarity to the bank coins. The bank coins will be in the clear and they will run like on a rampage with partnerships. Everyone will turn to them. And just my humble opinion, in the past week, XRP price rose nearly 12%. That's nothing. You haven't seen anything yet. I mark my words. I believe that with all my soul. 12% amid speculation on a settlement in the Ripple SEC lawsuit. I don't think that's the reason why XRP would go up a little bit. Like I said, it's because of all those bank announcements that you won't talk about. There's 2 articles in a row. Nobody's talking about the bank announcements. How is that little news? Is that not suspicious to anybody else but me? How is all these banks they've been announcing that they're working with not big news? When then there's a crypto protocol. Well, there's another one already working with the Fed, but we're not going to talk about that one. But when there's a crypto that's literally telling people, hey, we have these deals. Hey, we have a bank right now that's trying to acquiesce to the XRP standard. They literally called it the XRP standard. But no articles written on it. Only Ripple itself telling the people. Oh, and Alphanine, of course, right? Let me tell you something. The media is suspicious. That's just how I feel. I'm not telling you to feel the same, okay? I respect your thoughts. In previous tweets, the crypto influencer stated that Ripple needed to win the case. against the SEC because in this scenario, not only will XRP price go parabolic, yeah, it definitely will, I agree with that, and Ripple receive a significant boost, but every legitimate platform will also take off. This person knows what they're talking about. Sound like Alphany. I agree with you, sir. This is good. All right, so the expectations of the Gokhshtein Media founder were echoed similarly by members of the XRP community. A user at Coffee is this supposed to be Apocalypse? I think they may have miswrote this. Believes the XRP price is primed for a major move, irrespective of what happens in the lawsuit. I agree. Now that's what I was thinking. I'm like, really, no matter what happens, that price is going to go off. Because I say that because you know what? I don't even want to put negative energy out there. We're going to win that case. Simple as that. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's move on to another article here. So it says here, SEC chair under U.S. Congress radar over Celsius, Voyager, and FTX failures. We've read a little bit about this before. I guess they're going to give us a bit of an update because things have been progressing as more and more damaging information has been coming out. It says here, U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler has been under the constant scrutiny of Congress for its approach towards the digital asset industry. The crypto market has witnessed the collapse of major tokens, exchanges, and lending firms throughout the year. Not the bank coins. They have nothing to do with the bank coins, nothing to do with XRP, XLM, Algorand, Hedera, Cello, XDC, Quant. Let's get that out of the way. We have to make sure people know that has nothing to do with us at all. SEC chair misses major collapse. Misses it? Now, would the chair have missed it by accident? That would be incompetent, wouldn't it? Even worse, though. Is it worse if he missed it on purpose? Interesting. In order to get things in line, Tom Emmer, United States representative, has stated that they are more concerned now over SEC chair strategy. Oh, okay. What are you going to do about it? Congressmen highlighted that the representatives were worried over Gensler's indiscriminate, quote, indiscriminate and inconsistent, end of quote, approach towards the crypto community in March 2022. I got to get that 1990s late night hardcore news voice. Let's go with that. Since then, the digital asset market has seen the collapse of Celsius, Voyager, Terra Luna, and now FTX crash. SEC chairs made up regulations have missed by a long margin. The cumulative crypto market cap, which touched its all-time high of almost $3 trillion in November 2021, now stands at $840 billion. More than $2 trillion has vanished from the market. I don't know if this is more of a 1990s like style news. They used to remember late night on the news. They made it sound cool, didn't they? You were like, oh my goodness. Everything sounded like somebody was about to get hurt, right? You could be reading. Today's weather is 89 degrees. It's going to be a nice day today. I'm like, whoa, you're a little aggressive. But it was exciting, right? Am I the only one to watch news like that? What kind of news were we getting? Everybody out there is like, what kind of news were you watching, Alphany? The local channels? You ain't watch the local channels? There's some of you out there, what's a local channel? I had cable, Alphany. You don't know about the local channels? Remember you had the TV with the dial on it? Oh, you youngsters don't know about the TV with the dial on it. And you turn the dial, click, 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 click. Then sometimes the channel was blurry, right? Bear with me. I'm sharing you these experiences. Some of you youth out there, you don't know about this. The channel would be a little bit blurry, right? And there was a little wheel, and you spin the wheel, and it would make the blurs go away. But you were there for a while. You had to be like a mathematical scientist to turn that little dial to get the TV clear. Oh man, listen, there was some fun times, man. You have to go through some struggle, but you can make positive out of struggles. Let me tell you something. You wiggle that little antenna. We had antennas back there, everybody, like long metal poles. You have to say that, listen, some of these youth don't know about this. I'm telling you. And you wiggle that little antenna. Sometimes you wiggle it too much and it snap. Oh, man, better get that hanger out. Hanger. Sometimes a hanger, a little bit of aluminum foil. Just saying, man. Move that thing all around till the thing get clear. And whatever family member's holding, be like, hold up. Could you just hold it there for a few minutes? A few minutes is like, it growing to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. Wait, hold on, the show's almost over. Just hold that a little bit longer. You don't want them to put it down because that channel will get blurry again. Wait, how did we start talking about? You guys distracted me. Like, how did we even get on that? Anyway, let's go back here to Gary Gensler and all of this nonsense. The Terra Luna crash was sort of an alarm bell for the SEC to wake up and make clear yet tough regulations around the market. However, SEC chair has failed to do so. We know that. We know this. Look, all I want to hear from you people in Congress who sat there and watched all this happen, you're not absolved from this either. I don't feel that way. You should be held accountable also. Last year, you were making calls. The Congress was calling for regulatory clarity. Oh man, you're so powerful. Your power was felt from your call. Nothing happened. Make something happen. That's all I want to hear from you. What's going to happen? Is there going to be an investigation? Are you going to make him quit, make him resign, bring somebody better in? Are you going to hand this over to the CFTC, who's ready to take action right now? The CFTC is ready right now. Just move that power over to them officially and let's move on with this. That's it. That's it. That's how I feel about it. All right, so now let's move on to this next article here. Now we're going to move on to a little bit of XLM news. Now get a whiff of this. This is huge. This is some of the biggest news I think that I've come across, the biggest connections rather, right? And you tell me if I'm seeing this correctly, if I'm piecing this together correctly, okay? I respect your opinions out there. This is big. So we have another tweet from Get Paid Africa, who's working with Stellar, built on Stellar. Remember they made that announcement and then Ripple made their announcement that they have a program in Africa as well. But Ripple went out on a limb. I said this before, where they said, they made it known. Listen, we could possibly, it's no guarantees, we could possibly access $1 trillion here. Remember they said that? We covered that in those videos, so you can screenshot that. You can look that up for yourself, read the articles for yourself, okay? That's a fact. But this was Stellar's offering and it came out first. Well, they made this tweet here. Now, listen to this. It says, excited news. At Africa Get Paid is soon, this is going to be huge, soon supporting crypto pay-ins and payouts for our Ghana users. Supporting mobile money and agents outlets, all powered by Stellar. This is whatever's they're going to be doing in Ghana. It's going to move across Stellar. Why is that huge? If you watched the videos the other day, you know what I'm about to say. This is insane. The other day in one of those videos I posted, it was either the last video or one before that, I covered an article. This is why it's important to do research. I covered an article that said that Ghana will now be paying for oil, not with US dollars. They will be paying for oil with gold. Let me say that again. They will be paying for oil with gold. Now, wait, the implications are that Ghana, like many places, is dumping the dollar. They're moving to gold, paying for things with gold. We already know this being in crypto. You can tokenize gold. You can move the value of gold. You have gold cards. You pay for your stuff with gold, just like with the value of gold, at least. Just like you can with crypto. Wait a minute. So somewhere on the screen, I will post that little article where it says Ghana will be paying for oil with gold, not US dollars. Okay. Then you have this here that Get Paid Africa will soon be supporting Ghana. You think that that's a mistake? That article I was talking about with the gold just happened the other day. In my humble opinion, I think that a lot of places are going to be paying for everything in gold. Their currency is going to be backed by gold. But you can also pay with gold outright. Either way, it doesn't matter. That's a lot of value that could be possibly moving across Stellar. Do you see? Do you see? If Stellar's running things here in Ghana and Ghana's paying for things with gold, all that value could possibly be moving across Stellar. No guarantees, of course, but that's huge. They're telling you, let me read this little tidbit here. I'm going to read a little bit more. I'm sorry, I get a little fired up. I get a little excited. It excites me. It says here, huge update. We're thrilled to announce a partnership with at Africa Get Paid to expand. They're already there. Expand their operation in Ghana and enable their users to cash in and out of crypto through mobile money and agent outlets. This is huge. We have to keep an eye on this. I'm going to keep an eye on it. That's 100%. I want to know what's going on with this, how rapidly it expands. So now here is the actual version of the article. This is from economictimes.indiatimes.com. Ghana plans to buy oil with gold instead of dollars. Let me tell you something. If they're going to be doing this with oil, why wouldn't they do this outright with everything? Many places in Africa are going to dominate because they have so much access to gold. There was a place in Africa that discovered a record amount of gold this summer. Now, Stellar is there and they're in deep. Is it too much to go out on a limb and say maybe even a modicum of that value might move across Stellar? If a modicum of that value, let's take a modicum, a little tiny amount. If a little bit of that value moves across Stellar, what does it do to that price? You believe that price is going to stay at 8 cents, 9 cents? Do you believe that? I would have to respectfully disagree. I would have to respectfully, but vehemently disagree. It's a possibility. There's no guarantees, people. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Doesn't matter to me whether you buy XLM, sell XLM. That's not what I'm here for. I'm a humble researcher. I'm just putting information in front of you. That's it. What you do with it is up to you. All right. So there you have it. Oh, okay. They give you some numbers. Ghana's cross-international reserves stood at around $6.6 billion at the end of September 2022. Equating to less than 3 months of imports to cover. This is oil, okay? This is just a little bit of that value. Remember, that value is consistent. The volume will be consistent as well, depending on who they're supplying, who they're getting it from, whichever way it goes. It said that is down from around $9.7 billion at the end of last year, according to the government. Ghana's government is working on a new policy to buy oil products with gold rather than the US dollar reserves. This is from Vice President Mahmoudou Bawumia said on Facebook on Thursday. The move is meant to tackle dwindling foreign currency reserves. They're doing dollar dumps everywhere, first of all. And anybody that is even thinking about being associated with the BRICS nations, I'm not sure that Ghana is, but I'm just saying a lot of places in that region have to do business with each other. So as everyone is de-dollarizing, you're going to have to move at some point to something else. The most common thing to move to will be gold. So I just wanted to bring that to you. Using gold would prevent the exchange rate from indirectly impacting fuel or utility price. Let me tell you something. Gold is a safe haven for individuals around the world. So they're going to retreat to that. That's another reason why I believe that gold is going to be used. Well, they're going to use gold, but I mean in mass. Gold price in the future, I think, is going to explode because of that. But we'll keep our eyes on the situation. We'll stay privy and abreast of it and adjust accordingly. We adjust our thinking as new information becomes available. And that's why we're always in a powerful position. If you pay attention, we made a lot of good calls that comes from research and adjusting as we receive new information, new catalyst. So now that's huge, but let's move on here. I wanted you to see this connection also with XDC. Everyone knows what's going on with gold. Well, except retail, of course. Retail, my goodness. You can't really help most of retail. It's just unfortunate, but the big money, the smart money knows what's going on with gold. Silver also, but they're going to be surprised by silver. But hey, what can you do? You can't tell everybody everything. Let's continue on here. Check this out. XDC Foundation. Now, do you think all of this is a mistake? You have Ghana buying oil with gold. Then a few days later, you have this Stellar company, Get Paid Africa, say, hey, we're about to get deep in Ghana to help them move some of their value, right? That's not a coincidence. Then XDC comes out with this, right? This was actually released on the 22nd. It says the partnership between at DMC Authority and Comtech official enables the tokenization of gold that's backed by physical gold bars registered on Trade Flow, DMCC's online platform for commodities built on XDC. So even XDC knows what's going on with gold. They're getting in deep. Everybody's getting in deep with gold. Everybody. XDC wants a piece. Stellar wants a piece. You gotta connect all that stuff together. See what's there. This is not a coincidence. There's no way, man. Everyone knows they want a piece of that value. They want those protocol prices to explode. You think they don't when they liquidate the protocols at times to fund like everything that they do? Of course they want that to go up. That's why they're made a certain way. But anyway, okay, now let's get into some regular news here. So we have this article here and it's titled Black Friday Sales. Black Friday online sales top $9 billion in new record. That is mind blowing. New record. In what the people want to call a recession. I call it deflation. And I believe we're going into a light form of a depression. And who knows how long it'll stay light. It could get better if they take certain actions, and they can. There's actions that the government can take to prevent. They can prevent a depression, but they haven't done it yet. However, anyway, nonetheless, with the economy in such a bad state, the people are still spending money like there's nothing wrong. I don't know if they understand. That's going to prompt the Fed to say, see, look, see, they're spending money. See, they're okay. So we can raise the interest rates more. See, they haven't been injured. Look how they spent on Black Friday. They have lots of money. And they're going to use that as an excuse, or can, to raise the interest rates even more. I said this before about an article when the people showed that they were just spending money recklessly again. And that's also bad. Just my humble opinion. People could do what they want. But just in my opinion, I would protect my value. I'm not blowing my value on anything, especially not superficial nonsense at all. Every penny counts, especially going into the future, not knowing what the future is going to be. And with the de-dollarization right now, while your money has power, I don't know. I wouldn't be blowing it. But Black Friday online sales top $9 billion. We'll see how that affects the raising of the interest rates. All of this stuff matters. When the people show out, like I said, when they show out and it looks like they're not having a hard time financially, that's when the Fed really puts on the black gloves, the hitman gloves. So, but we'll keep an eye on this. It says overall online sales for the day after Thanksgiving were up 2.3% year over year. And electronics were a major contributor as online sales surged 221%. Wow. Toys were also another popular category, 285%. Exercise equipment, 218%. Wow, that's it? Well, the people don't want to work out? What's going on? 218, but that's it? Man. All right. But maybe working out isn't popular anymore. I don't know. Let's move on here. All right. So then, of course, I mentioned this earlier. This is an article here. Billionaire Mark Cuban still bullish on crypto despite FTX collapse. I already talked about this extensively earlier in the video. Sometimes I do that, but it's to make a point and support another article or idea that I have. It says, although the collapse of FTX has impacted investors, not everyone. It doesn't have anything to do with the Bancoin family at all. Let's continue on here. Then we have this article here. Most currencies fall as dollar edges up after 3-day sell-off. It's usually that way. Dollar goes up, other currencies go down. Dollar goes down, other currencies go up. It's pretty easy to understand that. Most emerging market currencies fell on Friday as the US dollar clawed back some lost ground, while Mexico's peso rose after data showed economy grew in third quarter. So now let's move on here. It says US grains, corn futures turn higher. It says Chicago Board Board of Trade corn futures ended higher on Friday as the market continues to closely watch weather in South America on what turned into a relatively choppy and short trading day, analysts said. Meanwhile, wheat futures fell sharply, with December contract hitting its lowest since August 22nd, as a recent weakness in Russian wheat prices continue to weigh on the market. Traders, we know there's a lot going on in those regions that could definitely have an effect on these particular things here. Soybeans ended the day nearly unchanged after Argentina announced it would reestablish a preferential currency exchange for soybean exports until the end of the year. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.